Ria Rodney, you're in Brooklyn right now, and you have or are in the process of recovering from the dreaded COVID-19 virus. Ria, can you paint a picture for the audience of what you experienced from the start, the symptoms you had, to you eventually becoming hospitalized? Let us know what it was like, please.
Okay, well, first of all, I want to say thank you so much for inviting me on here to share my story. You know, I'm originally from Trinidad, so most definitely I want to share it so that my people can have a clear idea as to what it is this disease does and how fast it works. So, like I shared with you before, this is such a long story, so I'm going to have to really condense it. But basically, my first symptoms started on March 15th. I felt a tickle in my throat, and I really didn't link that to COVID-19. However, the Monday, March 16th, I went to work, came back home, showered, and immediately my body was covered with this bone chill. I felt so cold, and I also felt my bones feeling like it was breaking. So it was painful. And that quickly changed to me also feeling a pain in my back. And the clearing of my throat became a slight cough. After like an hour and a half of not being able to shake it, I decided I'm going to go to the urgent help. I went, I tried to get tested. Of course, you know, at that particular point, the knowledge that they had was that this disease was affecting more the elderly community,
Right.
or people with underlying issues. And at the time, I did not fit the criteria to be tested, so I was asked to go back home. Again, to summarize, you know, I spent the Tuesday trying to get tested and the Wednesday. The Wednesday, actually, when I went to my primary care, she saw my chest and I started wheezing. So was like, okay, now it's getting a little more intense. I also struck a fever the Tuesday, but still I was not able to get tested. By the Thursday, I had trouble breathing because my cough was so intense and it simply wasn't stopping. So I had to now, last resort, go to the ER. When I went to the ER, I even had, to be quite honest, I had to try to exaggerate the symptoms I was having because I know at that particular point it was my last hope. And just to be clear, I could not breathe. I was coughing nonstop, and to be transparent, it caused me to even urinate on myself. I could not even hold my blood. The cough was that intense. Eventually, I was taken seriously enough, and they put me in the ER in the section where they were quarantining people. I had respiratory failure, pneumonia, and they listed 3 types: COVID-19, viral, and bacterial. I don't know what that means, but they listed 3 different types. I had leukopenia. My white blood cell was 2.7. I was anemic. My blood level was 8. I had viral illness, shortness of breath, severe coughing, lymphocytopenia, which is really lymphocytes running through my body as well. And the list goes on and on. My heart was mildly enlarged, and my kidney and liver was presumably failing. And they were monitoring the rest of my organs. And I had a fever. I mean, the list goes on and on. My encounter list was really long. So I was basically dying. When I went in, my oxygen level was 2. It immediately went to 6, which is 6 liters, which is very strong. And I was told that, you know, if I don't come off the respirator, that my next step will be, the oxygen. My next step will be the respirator.
What kind of effect did this have on your family? How were they coping with it?
Well, you know, I'm struggling there one side, and they had a lot to deal with because, first to begin, my positive results mean that they could potentially be positive.
Right.
So they had to go in quarantine right away and stay home. And just at the same time, they're worrying about my health. Nobody wants to get this. So they were concerned about their health. And at the same time, I'm in the hospital, literally dying. So they, it's what emotional time for them. They have to clean the house, sanitize it. It was really rough on the family. And I think many times we forget about the family. It's rough on them. And also it's important that everyone is aware that once you go in the hospital, there's no visitors. You're in there by yourself, you're riding the storm by yourself, and you have to just trust and pray that you're going to have a good result. I am thankful to God. He's always going to be the center of it all. He showed up for me. The doctors played their part. The medication was definitely did something good, but all praise and glory belongs to God. When I felt like my faith was wavering, I reached out to my friends on Facebook. I took a picture and I asked them to pray for me. And with this disease, one of the symptoms as well is where you see things. And
when you see things?
Hallucinate. It had thousands of hands coming through the walls in my hospital room. And when I lay in the bed and I saw all these hands stretching forward towards me, I felt love, I felt compassion, and I felt as if they were praying for me. And after I said, I'm going to be okay. And from the following day, things just started getting better.
People here in TNT, now there are certain measures in place, stay-at-home measures, restrictions as well are also in place. But some people here in TNT don't seem to be getting the message of just how serious this virus could be and why it's important to stay at home. Just can you briefly let the people know, spell it out to them, just how important it is to follow these measures to avoid getting this, deadly virus.
Wow. I'm standing here only because of God's grace, but I shouldn't be here. That's a fact. This disease is deadly and it works quick. It is known as the silent killer because by the time you have it, it's wreaking havoc in your body and you don't know. If you're someone with an underlying condition, you could be taken out in 24 hours or, for the most, probably 50 hours. That's how quick it works. These guidelines are here to keep us safe. The government don't want you guys to just be home and locked in. That's not the plan they have for you. This is not a conspiracy. This is real. And it's very important that we follow these guidelines. I am home and I'm in and I am not moving.
You'll be speaking to Rhea Rodney here. Thank you very much, Rhea. Originally from Indian Walk, Moruga?
Indian Walk, Moruga.
That's right. Thank you very much for joining us.
And I can't come online and don't shout my family out, okay?
Of course.
So I want to say hi to my mom, Gemma, my dad, Barbara, my sisters, Rhonda, Rona. I mean, it's so hard to you guys. I love you guys. All my friends, stay safe. And listen to your Prime Minister, guys.
Definitely. Thank you very much, Rhea, for sharing your story with us here on TV6. We appreciate it.